This, your KIX 102.5 News Update.
Good morning. I'm Ethan Thomas with the news. There were 4 separate crashes over the weekend in the area, with 1 fatality. The deadly crash happened near Shell Knob when a vehicle crossed the center line, overcorrected, and overturned, killing the passenger. Next of kin has been notified. We saw a T-bone crash near Carl Junction with non-life-threatening injuries. A pickup truck struck a guardrail on a bridge on I-49 and overturned multiple times. The driver suffered moderate injuries and was transported to a local hospital. And a Neosho County, Kansas Sheriff's Patrol truck was struck head-on in a hit and run. The sheriff's deputy suffered minor injuries and has since returned to duty. You can get all the details inside the News Talk KZRG app. Your news is a service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Sell your unwanted gold and silver direct to the refiner for top dollar. They also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena Liberty Pawn, 708 South Main in Galena, Kansas. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ethan Thomas on KIX 102.5.
It's going to be sunny today with highs into the lower 30s. Then tonight, clear and cold again with lows back down into the upper teens. Wind chill value is going to feel like single digits. Then on Tuesday, sunshine with a high near 43 and lows around 27. By Wednesday, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we should be back into the lower 50s with lows down around the lower 30s. KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar isn't showing anything over the 4 states. 18 in Carthage, 18 in Melrose, and 17 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app. It's time now for the KIX Kids Pledge. Which, reminder, if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, all you have to do is go to the KIX website and click on the Morning KIX page, and then go click on the button there, and that'll tell you how to upload your audio. Today, we're featuring Payson from Webb City.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Payson. And the KIX Kids Pledge is being brought to you by Club Car Wash, with 3 new locations now open across the Joplin and Miami area. You can check them out at clubcarwash.com. We've got your first chance of the week to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound just 17 minutes from now. Here's Hudson Westbrook on KIX 102.5. Morning, everybody. Weirdest thing. I swear to you, I've even changed the date on it. I had the pledge ready to go. Gone now. Completely gone. I don't know where it went, but I had to scramble real quick and put that in manually. Just was not there. Yeah, that's nice. It's not bad enough. I'm sure I did something, but just disappeared. Yeah, the wind is what's making it. Yesterday, so I was driving back from Springfield. It was 69 degrees when I left Springfield. When I got to Joplin, it was 43. That quick. Stupid. Did it switch again? There we go. Morning, Megan. Morning, Bryson. Morning, Jimmy. Christy. Shia la 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 la. How was everybody's weekend? The wind, yeah, especially when you're not used to it. So this is not, relatively speaking, it's not that cold. It's not would be dangerous if you were buck naked and had to live in it for over an hour like Jimmy does. But unless you were cold-blooded like her, you would die then. But it's not likely, that's going to happen. But we're not used to it. We've been having spring, early summer temperatures. It was almost 80 degrees last week. On Christmas Day, didn't it get up to 78? It's insane. So, yeah, to just flick the switch and hit us with cold like that, we're not used to it. Would you, Jimmy? Would you? Well, we knew that it wasn't going to last. I was enjoying it, too. It was really nice. My wife and I, we even went and walked around, last week before Christmas. We went and walked around the park and saw the Christmas lights and everything. I was like, isn't this nice? We couldn't do this or wouldn't do this if it was much colder. We were getting very close to swimming pool weather. I always say it's got to be over 80 degrees before I'll open the pool, and we were getting close. Yes, it does. Anybody who has to work outside, this sucks. I mean, no matter anything you do makes your hands hurt. Morning, Jasmine. So did everybody have a good weekend? I got sick over the weekend. I mean, I thought I was coming down with strep throat. Friday afternoon, I began getting a sore throat. In fact, I think towards the end of the show, I was mentioning that I felt a little something. But by that evening, I was down for the count and didn't feel that bad, but I could barely swallow. My throat was so bad. And I thought, great. Greg and Amber and Candace and all of them brought their youngins over with their Petri dish germs, and one of them's giving me strep throat or something. Which, you know, they can carry those viruses for up to 2 weeks after they've quit showing symptoms. So it's part of it. Part of having kids is they're spreaders. So I started taking pseudoephedrine and dosing up on that. My wife started giving me her herbal VSC stuff. And by Sunday morning, I felt like 100% better. I still had a little sore throat, but today got a little lingering cough. I saw what happened, Shiala. It was someone hauling a trailer. It's not really news. I mean, this is the 4 states. They were pulling it with a skid steer, and then they switched over to a tractor. They did not have a permit to be hauling the mobile home, but I think they thought because they were sticking to county roads that they could get away with it. I was pleased I was able to chase it off. Because I was like, I don't know what we'll do if I get sick because Jen's on vacation. MJ's been on vacation. And if I got sick and had to go down, we don't have a backup plan. Which is not my fault or not due to my lack of trying. I've tried to get us a backup plan, but here we are. Did you guys hear about the shooting that happened in Lee Summit, Missouri? They called it an active shooter at it's a sports complex that they have up there. And turns out it was not. It was a shooting between 2 guys that had this beef for whatever reason. And cops got there. It made national news. It happened Saturday night. I think one guy was injured. One got away, but they arrested him later. I was pleased, but yesterday morning, I left at, was it around 5:30 yesterday morning? And traffic wasn't bad going to Springfield at that time, but coming back, it was horrible. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 7:09. It's going to be sunny today, highs near 32, and it is cold. Temperature's gone down 1 more degree in Joplin, 17 right now. And a wind chill that feels like 6. It's the wind that is so miserable, and we'll take a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes, tell you when we're going to see relief from that. Plus, we've got your first chance of the week to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound. Just be calling number 5 at 720 and tell us what the sound is to win all the cash from the 4 states, #1 for cash, KIX 102.5. Okay. I am pleased to report, get ready to drink, that my modeling unit worked almost pretty much flawlessly yesterday. Everything was fine with it. I wasn't entirely I was using a new sound, trying out a new sound. I wasn't completely sold on that yet. It needs some tweaking, but it wasn't bad. They were all impressed with it, and so it worked all right. Morning, Gary. Hey, there's Woody. I was just getting ready to ask about Woody when I was bad-mouthing Jimmy earlier. I'm like, where's Woody to help me with this? Yeah, I know, Woody. Every now and then, all of us wander off into the valley of the shadow of evil. Right. They weren't. It was in the middle of the night. These guys hauling that mobile home, they were in the middle of the night. They weren't hurting anything. And they make this huge deal out of it. And really, is that news? I mean, was it doing anything? No. Was anyone hurt? I know, Gary, it is the wind is what's so awful today. So I've got a little lingering cough from my sore throat. I've got to tell you guys, if you will get the Sudafedrin, not the over-the-counter stuff, if you'll go up to the pharmacist and say, hey, give me the good Sudafedrin, the Sudafed with the Sudafedrin in it, and get the 4-hour version that you take every 4 hours, little bitty red pills. If you will do 2 of those every 4 hours, within 2 days, you'll be completely better. It'll dry up everything. The virus won't have the mucus that it needs to live in to be able to propagate. And you can kick pretty much any illness like that. You can kick its butt. I could barely swallow on Saturday. It was so bad. And had it pretty much wiped out by yesterday evening. One side effect of taking Sudafedrin is it dries you out completely. And someone like me, I'll lose my voice by noon today. My voice will be shot. I should be drinking a buttload of water. I just don't have time to go get it. Does anybody have New Year's Eve plans? Well, I'm looking ahead here. Has anybody got anything planned for New Year's Eve? What are you going to do for New Year's Eve this year? We will not be here on New Year's Day. Well, we'll be here. We're going to be doing our New Year's Day show. But Jen and I both will be back on January 2nd on Friday. Oh, I know what I need to do. Where's the OBS folder? Okay. Christy says she's going to a friend's New Year's Eve party. Megan says staying home and off the roads. Jimmy's staying home. You homebodies. Sheila's going to do Christmas. Bryson's having to get together at a friend's house. Woody, no plans. Oh, going to your brother's to do Christmas. I got you, Sheila. Right. Greg, I'm just seeing that comment about the mobile home deal. Jimmy will have her New Year's Eve sacrifice that she will conduct by the light of the full moon. Usually there's a small child involved, lots of nudity and fire. Yeah. Greg's got a hotel in Nevada, then hunting up north on the 1st. Well, at least it'll be a little warmer for you. It's supposed to be 51 for the high on New Year's Day and only down around 33. Boy, I would not want to be hunting today. If you don't have plans, or even if you do, you might want to consider changing them because MJ is going to be down at Buffalo Run Casino on New Year's Eve, broadcasting live from 4 to 6 that evening, getting ready for their big event. They always have the most amazing party at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort in Miami. So he'll be down getting you ready for that big deal from 4 to 6 New Year's Eve evening. Jimmy, if you're out there butt naked, there will be a full moon. What is the jackpot? $452.50. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Got your first chance of the week to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound right after Sam Hunt on the 4 states #1 for cash, KIX 102.5. Yeah, I can already feel my voice giving out. And even if I was able to go get some water and start drinking it, then I would just have to go pee every 5 minutes. So, oh, Candace finally sent me the picture of Lauren opening the boy in the corner gift, but she sent it on Facebook, so I don't have it on my phone. Maybe I do. Nope, sure don't. But I was able to do some neat stuff with AI, with some of the pictures. So I had this picture. Hold on, let me find it. So this picture that I took of Greg and Candace, I showed you guys the other day. Remember that? There they are, standing in front of our fireplace. So I don't know if she showed these to you or not, Greg. Actually, it was this one that I did. Exact same pose. They're standing out in front of the stairs. So I took and did this. Hold on. Let me find it. And put them out. Isn't that cool? You can go on ChatGPT and just tell it, take the people in this photo and put them in a whatever background. Don't change. You got to specify. Don't change the faces in any way. And it does such a great job. So I did the same thing with Gina and the girls. I know the stupid... Oh, stop it. There you go. It does an amazing job, and it's a lot cheaper than going. And then you can tweak whatever you want with the background. Yes, I do. Actually, Megan, that would be perfect. Or one of those, you know what would be good is one of those Starbucks medicine balls. Those are so great when you're coming out of something like that. All right, here we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 720. It's going to be sunny today. Highs are going to be up to around the lower 30s. Although right now, 17 degrees, and it feels about like 6 with the wind chill. We'll give you a complete look at the weather forecast in just 6 minutes. But right now, it is time for you to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound. We have $452 $52.50 that could be yours if you can be caller number 5 at 623-1025 and tell us, what is this sound? 623-1025. Be caller number 5 and tell us what that sound is to win all the cash in the jackpot from the 4 states number 1 for cash. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Hi there, Morning Kicks, caller number 1. Hi, Morning Kicks, caller number 2. Hi there, Morning Kicks, caller number 3. Hi, Morning Kicks, caller number 4.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
Hi, Morning Kicks. Who is this?
Shelly from Neosho.
Shelly from Neosho. You are caller number 5. Woo! All right, Shelly. We've got $452.50 in cash for you if you can tell us, what is this sound?
Say putting change in a machine to play pool and releasing the balls.
She says putting change and releasing balls in a pool table for $452.50. That is not it. But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Shelly, making it $477.50, and give you another chance to guess and win at 7:20 tomorrow morning.
Have a good day.
You too. She was not listening last week, was she? I think that's the exact, well, pretty close to the same guess we had on Friday. All right, let's Shelly a little boost. Oh, Gene just sent me the picture. Thank you. Okay, so this, remember I was telling you about the boy in the corner gift, the traveling gift that we have at Christmas every year? Look at this. That's right, when she realized she had gotten that again. That is the best. Oh, I just deleted the phone call. Why did I do that? All right, 5 seconds. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for cash. Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound. Shelly from Neosho, you are caller number 5. Woo! All right, Shelly, we've got $452.50 in cash for you if you can tell us, what is this sound?
I would say putting change in a machine to play pool and releasing the balls.
She says putting change and releasing balls in a pool table for $452.50. That is not it.
Thank you.
We're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Shelly, making it $477.50, and give you another chance to guess and win at 7:20 tomorrow morning.
Have a good day.
All right. No winner. And again, you guys, when you hear what it is, yes, Shiala, it's scraping ice. That is what it is. Jimmy was caller 1. Yes, it's off air. That I know I need to do an EAS this week, so help me remember that, Megan, later. I think. Yep. I will need to do one of those. But that's not it. There's something, just feels like I'm forgetting something. I don't know what it is. We're going to be talking about when do you take down your Christmas decorations in the next hour. So be thinking about that. What is the tradition, or do you have one? Do you have a specific day you take them down on? We always, usually, 99% of the time, take them down on New Year's Day. My wife takes them down on New Year's Day. Then I help carry them up to the attic. She's always really good about packing them away. And if it was up to me, they'd be just a broken mess the next year when we opened them up. Also, over the weekend, there's nothing on right now of any worth. I mean, television is awful right now. Nobody's releasing anything. I don't know why, because people are, traditionally not doing anything. They've got the chance to really build big audiences on this week between Christmas and New Year's when people are struggling to find things to entertain themselves with. And it's not like they're going out and doing things. The weather's cold. They've got a captive audience who could really build some big audiences for specific shows. So if I was a production company, I would be targeting this week, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, they did release the second half of the season for Stranger Things, which, by the way, what the heck happened to that show? I watched the second half. We watched it last night, and it was could just barely tolerate it. It is, I don't know if it's because the kids are older now or what, but it seems like such over melodramatic drama and overacting and just these great long, supposed to be meaningful conversations between the characters, and they just turn out to be tripe. I mean, it's like even the Hallmark Channel movies are better than Stranger Things. The acting on them. I don't know what happened, because I remember when the first season came out, I loved it. Second season was even good. Third season, but man, it is horrible. And I felt like my wife said, we can watch something else. And I was like, no, we can't. We're committed to this. We've got to watch the rest of it. Jimmy says she's taking hers down today. Was looking at it last night. Half the tree lights went out. And Greg's is already down. Love that. There was no movie rehab. That may be it, Megan. Maybe that's it. Christie's are all down. Make sure it's ready to go on Facebook. Not yet. It's not. I'll do that about 10 till. I don't know what it is. It's just that weird, you got that nagging feeling at the back of your neck that there's something you're forgetting. Oh. Has anybody watched the second half of Stranger Things yet? I don't even feel the desire to give any spoilers. That's how bad it is. And I feel like I could tolerate the ridiculous story if the acting wasn't as bad as it is. I could even tolerate the stupid dialogue and everything if the acting was a little bit better, or if the dialogue was a little bit better. I could handle the bad acting. You watched it, Kathy? Jimmy's getting a new tree next year. You know what that means, Jimmy? That means you can just totally trash this one. You don't have to be careful taking it down. Just drag it out in the yard. Slide down. Woody, slide down what? I'm not sure what you mean. And supposedly they are launching a animated Stranger Things as a spinoff from this. Well, of course they are. And I don't know. I will never watch that. I'm glad that this is over, though. There's one more episode. I think, does it not come out on New Year's Eve, the final, and it's like 2.5 hours or something like that? I don't know if I can get through it. Of course, there won't be anything else to watch Then I unhang the bears. You hang bears, Megan? Side down? Still not sure what you mean, Major. Oh, get stuck in the upside down. Yes. It was awful. Horrible. But didn't it used to be decent? I mean, even the one with the guy playing guitar on top of the RV and everything, even that one is ridiculous. And that was the last season, I think. There were moments that redeemed it, I feel like. But I don't know what happened. We started watching the old series, Big Little Lies. And, I mean, that's been 10, 12 years ago that was out. That's exactly what she's doing, Bryson. Morning, Floyd. We watched that show, which thankfully there are some shows out from years ago that we have not seen yet that we could go back and catch up on and at least have something. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 732. Can't believe this. I actually got a notification that I'm getting a present from a friend of mine. I'm pretty sure they waited until after Christmas to send it. I'll tell you about it after Lee Bryce on KIX. What are you talking about, Jimmy? Your face is getting older. I think on New Year's Eve night, I'm going to try to finish Indiana Jones and the Great Circle game and get past the part that I'm hung up on The Last of Us. I really want to finish the Indiana Jones thing, get that put aside. Just so it's not eating at me. Your face is upside down, Jimmy. Wait a minute. Jimmy and Major are teaming up here and piling on against me? Well, I feel like I'm in the upside down. Yeah, somebody needs to drink. I need a drink. So I actually got a notification. I actually got text from my one of my best friends said he was sending me a Christmas present. And I said, why? Christmas isn't until like 300. I figured it up. 360. I forget what I said. 360 some days from now. And he said, no. He goes, I sent it before Christmas. It's just not going to get to you until Monday. And I was like, really? Or did you wait until after Christmas and you forgot until after Christmas and sent it on Friday? And he didn't respond to that. So I'm highly suspect because this is his MO. Always waits until the last minute to do everything. I'm pretty sure he waited until after Christmas to send it. For educational entertainment purposes only. That's right. Yeah, see, I step away for just a few days and the whole world goes crazy. Here we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 735. It's going to be sunny today. High is going to be around 32, but right now it is only 17 in Joplin. Wind chill feels about like 6, and we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 25 minutes. Plus, in the next hour, we're going to be asking, now that the Christmas holiday is behind us, when do you take down your Christmas decorations? What is your tradition, if you have one? Or when do you traditionally take them down at your house? Do you have a specific day or a specific reason you wait until this day or that day? 623-1025 to text or tell us, or you can tell us on Facebook. Yeah, here we are, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days after the Christmas holiday, and I just got notification from a buddy of mine that he was sending me a Christmas gift, and I'm like, why? Christmas isn't for another, 369 days. And he goes, no, from this last Christmas. He goes, I'm sending it to you. You should be getting it today or tomorrow. And I was like, did you wait? Did you forget until after Christmas to send it to me? And he denied that he did, but I'm pretty sure he totally forgot until after Christmas to send it. So we thought, for those of you that always get that gift from that person long after the Christmas holiday is over, that we would salute them as the real American heroes that they are.
This station presents Real American Heroes.
Real American heroes.
Today, we salute you, Mr. After Christmas Gift Sender.
After Christmas gift sender.
Some start their shopping early, others at the last minute. Then there's you. It's hours away from Christmas, and you select standard shipping, 7 to 10 business days.
It won't arrive until after New Year's.
Well, at least you sent a nice text.
Merry belated Christmas, check your mailbox next week. Yeah.
So when that big brown truck pulls up sometime in mid-January, the parcel will have your name on it. But what it won't say is, do not open till Christmas. That's because it came from Mr. After Christmas Gift Sender, a real American hero.
Mr. After Christmas gift sender.
You can't blame Santa or the supply chain for this one.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, sure you did, Greg. He says he ordered Candace a gift at the beginning of December, and it's finally arriving this Friday. Actually, I've got a couple of things that were ordered back on Amazon. I know we've got a couple of things that were ordered before Christmas, way before Christmas, and are just arriving this Friday. No, not December 29th. And there's one now. They've changed the arrival date to January the 6th through the 14th. Yeah, that's inevitable. But it's also inevitable that we're going to give you a hard time about it. I got a Christmas card on Saturday, which I was glad of getting. It had some money in it. Well, I have got a few things left to do for the end of the year. I've got to get sponsorship ready for Backstage Country with Elena because that starts on Friday. And I've got to get New Year's Day ready, the show ready for New Year's Day. I'm going to try to get stuff done for this weekend before the end of Wednesday. I'd like to have all that stuff done on Wednesday so I don't have to worry about it over the holiday. And I think that's all I have to do for this week. I know. Happened so fast, Christy. Did you let her hear you when you were on talking with us, Woody? Did she think it was sad? Or that you had been abducted by a cult and that you were now participating in? Have they asked for your money? We're going to. We're just waiting until you're fully indoctrinated. I swear, I think the air conditioning just went on. I think I feel cold air blowing. Ridiculous. My wife, I don't know what she's going to do because unless they got it fixed where she works at her bank, their heat was out on Friday. It was freezing cold, or they had the air conditioning on or something on Friday, and she was freezing to death. Today, that will be a little miserable if that's still the situation. Yeah, it won't be too long, will it, Megan? When is Hootie Hoo Day? Isn't that in February? I mean, Groundhog Day is just a month away, and we'll be looking forward to spring. No way, Jimmy. Are you serious? You've got to be kidding. She says they already have Valentine's Day stuff on the shelves at Walmart. That is ridiculous. Feels like that's the only purpose that holidays serve anymore, is an opportunity to create marketing and sales opportunities for businesses. Bryson says yes. When he worked at Arvest, they would not allow them to have the little heaters under their desks. No, they do not. Yeah, that's where she works, Bryson. Wow, man, they're not waiting a moment, are they? I bet they wished that they had some marketing holiday or a holiday they could market for January. That's crazy. Can't wait 5 minutes. When is Jen's birthday? Feel like it's on a day when I'm usually gone. Oh, it's on the 18th. It's on January 18th, which is a Sunday this year. So we will not be celebrating it. Can't celebrate it if we're not here. And we don't want to do anything about it the day afterward. I mean, that would be late. How disrespectful would that be? Just don't send her any knives, Woody. February 31st. Yes, her birthday. Write it down. Oh, my gosh. There is nothing going on this week, is there? I'm looking through news, just trying to find something. Yep, nothing. No, what wasn't last year a leap year? Last year or the year before was a leap year, and we only have a leap year every 4 years. After the new year, we need to do a KIX dinner. Yeah, we do, Christy. We could do one in January, I feel like. Well, if we don't, then hold on. KIX 102.5. If we don't, then the next thing you know, Jen's going to be having the baby, and then it's going to be off the table for at least 2 or 3 months. So if we're going to do one before she has the baby, it'll have to be pretty quick. Yeah, it really does, Megan. So it's not been the smoothest of pregnancies for her, and she's got some health concerns. So I know that they've got tentatively planning to induce the week of January the 19th. So really all depends on that. You spelled it wrong, Megan. It's hubris. Sound it out. Oh, we're definitely not going to have one if Shiala's coming. Oh, she did? Okay, I was not sure what else she had shared with everybody else, and I wanted to be respectful of that. But there's been some health concerns. The doctors, she's they're just watching everything very, very closely. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 7:50. It's going to be sunny today. Highs are going to be around the lower 30s, but man, it is cold this morning. 16 degrees right now in Pittsburgh, 17 in Joplin, and we'll give you a complete look at the weather forecast in about 12 minutes along with 4 states news. And in the next hour, we're going to be asking, when do you take down your Christmas decorations? Now that the holiday is over, do you have a traditional day that you do it on? And if so, why? Maybe I can adopt that argument for our Christmas decorations. 623-1025 to text or tell us, when do you take down your Christmas decorations? And why do you take them down then? Or you can tell us on Facebook, because now that the holiday's over, it's time to get them out.
Christmas tree, old Christmas tree, you have such brittle branches. Old Christmas tree, I can't get close with matches. Christmas is done, we're through with you. Wood chipper time and you'll get chewed. Old Christmas tree, well pulverize your branches.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen, powered by Buffalo Run Casino and Resort on the four states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back to who? For who, Shiala? For you. Yes, we did. You just didn't show up to it. Well, I know she was very nervous about it. She reached out to me the week before Christmas. I mean, that first day that I'd taken off, and told me about it and asked us to keep her in our prayers. And also to be sure I mentioned to Candace and Greg too. And which, by the way, Greg, let you guys know that I brought that in today. They went ahead and got her one of the whatever the breast pump thing or whatever it was. And that was very nice of you guys. I sent her pictures of it and let her know, but I brought it in today and left it at her desk, so it's there waiting for her when she gets back on Friday. Thank you, Megan. Always got our back. I would have forgotten. Okay, we need... Good luck, Greg. Stay warm. Rethink your life choices. I know I would be if I had to work in this. It's why I ended up in radio, because I actually quit radio my second year into the job and said, that's it. I'm done with that. I'm never doing that anymore. I couldn't handle the stress. The situation I was in at that particular time was very stressful, and I quit that, which was a good choice. But I went to working real work like Greg does, roofing houses. And he doesn't do that, but that's what I was doing. I was roofing houses and on a paint crew and out in the heat all the time. And when winter rolled around and it began to get cold, I began to look for other options. And radio opened its doors again in another form, and been here ever since. Beats real work. Welcome back. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, baby shower, KIX fam dinner. Not a bad idea if she feels like it. I'm looking ahead. I was looking at some of the dates here. If we do it, it would have to be the week of January the 5th, which is next week, or it would have to be the week after that. I mean, it's that fast coming up. Next week, boy, I don't know. It might not be able to happen. Just that fast. Not sure. Oh, better than that. I bought a buddy of mine, the buddy who is sending the gifts so late. I bought him rechargeable. Yeah, we can ask her on Friday, Shiala. I bought him rechargeable heated socks. So they come with what looks like a cell phone charger that goes into a pocket on the top of each one of the socks. I have battery-powered heated socks, but they're expensive to heat. The batteries only last for about 4 or 5 hours. And it takes about 6 AA batteries to heat them, 3 in each one. No, I think it's 8, which can be pretty expensive for 4 or 5 hours. And I got him these rechargeable ones. So, again, they have what looks like a cell phone recharger on them. And they last for about 8 hours, their heat time, before you have to charge them. And they also come in glove versions. They have a thing that goes on the wrist. That's the charger. And they have heated gloves that goes all through each one of the fingers and everything. They have a heated muffler, heated scarf, and they also have a heated vest that you can get. All of these are rechargeable. And they're not too expensive. I think the socks were like $30. The gloves are about $35. The vest is a little bit more. And they really, really, really work. My socks have saved me in a lot of outdoor situations where I've had to be out, doing things publicity-wise. Parades mostly is the place I use them the most. But anywhere I've got to be outdoors in cold weather for any extended amount of time, I always wear those. And I'm always totally comfortable no matter the temperature. All right, we got 40 seconds for the news. I didn't schedule the rest of the year out, did I? I don't think I did. No, I did not. Okay, good. I started scheduling. I mean, you remember it was mid-December when I scheduled today. So I just don't, it's been so long I couldn't remember. Does anybody do natural Christmas trees anymore? And we're talking on the news here about Joplin's got 3 different discard points where you can drop off your natural Christmas trees. But unless you're really rich, does anybody even bother with a real Christmas tree? I'm betting there's none of you on here that use real Christmas trees, do you? I'm betting. I'm probably wrong, but it's going to be sunny today. Highs around 32, and then clear and cold again tonight with lows down around 18. Tuesday, I'll see sunshine with high near 43 and lows around 27. Then on Wednesday, sunshine for New Year's Eve with the highs near 51 and lows that night around 33. New Year's Day is going to see about the same with sunshine and highs near 51. KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states. It is 16 in Seneca, 16 in Webb City, and 16 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app. Okay, so we're talking today. Want to know, since the big holiday is over and everything, when do you take down your Christmas decorations? When's the tradition at your house? Or do you have a tradition for when to take them down? And if so, why do you take them down then? 623-1025 to text or tell us yours, or you can tell us on Facebook. Here's Luke Combs on the 4 states #1 for country, KIX 102.5. Bugs in them. Never had that experience, but I bet that would be a problem. Especially if they have like pine beetles that once they get inside a warm house, they think it's springtime and start to hatch. Yeah, they are a mess. And they're really, I think artificial tree looks a lot prettier. It's almost impossible to find a tree that looks as pretty as an artificial one can. I remember, though, when I was a kid, we would always go cut down a tree on our property. We would always go cut down a cedar tree, which cedar trees are horrible. And they're horrible to hang decorations on because they break you out and they're not very pretty. It's hard to find one that's completely full up and shaped right. Always, and then you do the spin thing when you got it in the house to try to hide the bare spots. So if you could just get one that was full on like half or 3/4 of it. But I think I've always, since I've lived on my own, I've always had an artificial tree. I've never heard of one spontaneously combusting, Megan, but, I mean, they are dangerous. A spark could set them on. It's just dry kindling right there in your house. Rob says, my wife and I have talked about having a real one, but we have several cats and don't want to deal with that. Have a fake one. Have your cats, do they get into the decorations? Jimmy said, I poked my eye on a real tree one year. Never again. Scratched it. Cedar is just awful. And that, unfortunately, I mean, where I grew up, where Rob grew up, that's cedar was predominantly the evergreen scrub brush that you had growing around there. We didn't have firs or Douglas fir or jack pine or any of that stuff. Scotch pine, Douglas pine. Isn't that what they use for Douglas fir for Christmas trees? Plus, they've got those ones that, what do they call it, where they frock them and it makes it look like there's snow on them. I don't like the ones that are like red or white or silver. They look ridiculous, I think, or blue. But the ones that they frock the ends of the needles on the artificial ones, I think that looks really cool. And having to remember to water it. Yes, remember that? You have the little bowl stand that the clamps would go in. There was an engineer who made his money. Yeah, it does smell nice. That's the only thing. You know what you could do, Megan? Get an artificial tree and some cedar air freshener and just spray all over it. Or one of those plug-in things and put right near it. And you think about that. So we're talking about combustibility of a real Christmas tree. And then what do? You go hang electric lights all over it that get hot. Probably, even if they're LED, you know, they put off some heat. And there is the risk of, you know, a spark possibly from frayed cords or depending on how old your lights are. We have bubble lights on our tree, which they make me a little nervous anyway, because literally that's how they work. They're these little glass vials that are in a base, and they have a light in the base that lights up that vial. And the light gets so hot that it literally boils the liquid inside the vials. So they send off these little bubbles going all the time through it. It's literally that hot enough to boil the water in that. And they're beautiful, and you can't find them. You can, but they cost so much if you do find them. Somehow we have kept those things working for like over 10 years. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen. Zach Top. Yo! It's going to be sunny today. Highs are going to be around 32, and we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes. 16 degrees right now in Joplin. Feels about like 6. And it's going to get warmer as we get closer to the new year, and we'll tell you all about that. But we're talking today about when, now that Christmas is over, when do you take down your decorations? When traditionally is the time you and your family do it, and why? 623-1025, or you can tell us on Facebook. Here's Gabby Barrett on KIX 102.5. Bryson said that's another reason, the fire risk. Retired fireman, he would call my mom every day and say, remember to unplug your tree before you leave and before you go to bed. High risk on that. Which, now that Rob's on here, I'll let him know. I got to use the stadium yesterday with its recent update and worked amazingly. You and I sometime, Rob, we need to get together and trade IRs. Impulse responses. I've got a huge library I would give you. Somebody is off the air, it says. Our Beta Bright, which is the little messaging system we have in here. Hold on. Nobody's going to check on it. Hold on just a second. they had missed a break. Sorry. Our mics are off. That's right, Bryson. That's right. And to what thanks, I ask you? That's why I walk so hunched over. It's from carrying the team. Nothing feels like wood heat. Wood heat is the warmest heat that there is. It's also the messiest and the smelliest. It's not worth it. Natural gas is almost as good. I realize I'm cutting my face off there. Oh. I wanted to show you guys something. So I got this while I was on vacation. My family, when I was really little. Hold on. I'm going to have to pull it up here. They had these old 60 millimeter movie cameras. And apparently my dad took some film when I was little bitty. And my sister recently had that digitized and put onto a DVD and everything, and she gave me a copy of it. You want to see it? No? I'm like, please, no. Hold on. Where is... Okay. Oh, where is it? Guess who that is? There's no sound, unfortunately. And we're lucky it's in color, I'm thinking. Whoops, sorry, I bumped it. Yeah, great quality, isn't it? So this is a church where my father preached. Oh, it's going to take so long to load. And my mother is in here somewhere. I could not believe how dated everything looks. I mean, it's the 70s here, but it looks like the 50s or the 60s. I mean, look at all this. It's like a scene from Deliverance. Wow. That's my mom right there, if it would load. That's my dad. Hold on. Got to jump on the air. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Want to know, when do you take down your Christmas decorations? And why do you take them down then? 623-1025 to text or tell us on Facebook. Here's Lainey Wilson on KIX 102.5. All right. That's enough of that. Anyway, I just was fascinated by that and thought I had to at least show you a little bit of it. Yeah, he was a Baptist preacher. One of those Bible-thumping small-town churches, you know, that had outhouses and... Yes, it is, Bryson. Shut up, Major. Kind of sore. There's actually... There is better footage of... Hold on. Amidst all the other vacation stuff that's on there, there's better footage of me. Eating ice cream. There. Yummy ice cream. Yeah, Bryson, that sort of deal. Rob, that was Pleasant Hill Church. So it was out towards Couch School. I forget the name of the highway. You know where Double A was on Out 19? You go out Double A, and then there is a cross highway that goes across that went to Alton. And if you turned right there, it was out that way. Out near Rose Hill Tower. Oh, absolutely, Jimmy. We also found video from mine and Gina's wedding, and it's just about as dated and awkward. There are services that do that, Megan, and really cheap too. The one that she did, I think it was like $30, and they take 60 millimeter film, 50 millimeter film. VHS tapes, they will turn any of them. They give it to you in two different forms, a DVD and also on a USB stick. Yeah, absolutely were. Yep, Clifton was out there on our road, but this was, it was quite a ways on out. It was smaller than Clifton. Polite and respectful. I've never been described as that, but okay. You guys sure you know who you're talking about? KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:20. It's going to be sunny today. Highs will eventually get up to around 32, but it's only 16 right now in Joplin. And we're wanting to know, when do you take down your Christmas decorations? 623-1025. Now that Christmas is over, when is the right time to take them down for you and why? Or you can tell us on Facebook, when do you take down your Christmas decorations?
I haven't had time to take down the Christmas tree in about 30 years.
So it's been up for 30 years?
Yes, sir.
Well, you just kind of dust the thing?
Yeah, we call it the Thanksgiving tree, the Christmas tree.
The Easter tree, the Independence Day tree.
That's right.
I'm hoping it's not a live tree or a real one.
No.
Talk about a fire hazard. When do you take down your Christmas decorations?
Did it yesterday.
See, right there, yesterday. Holiday's over. It's time to get them down. Get them down. When do you take down your Christmas decorations?
Either one when it's warm, or two when the wife says so.
If she says do it today, we're doing it today.
That's right. When the wife's happy, I'm happy, okay?
623-1025. Want to know, when do you take down your Christmas decorations?
Well, our kitten broke our tree this year, so we have hot glue it together, so it's probably not going to come down till Sunday. She's a tiny little thing, and she has an extra toe on each paw.
Oh, my gosh.
And she's also deaf, and I think one of the shiny things on the tree caught her eye.
She's like, that's mine. I was going to have it.
Exactly.
When do you take down your Christmas decorations? You can text or tell us at 623-1025 or tell us on Facebook. It's the 4 states number 1 for country. Hi there, Morning KIX. When do you take down your Christmas decorations?
We already took them down.
Already took them down. No messing around for Dustin. That's right.
Right.
What do you want to hear today, Dustin?
Garth.
Wants to hear some Garth. All right, we'll get some on for you, okay? Thanks, buddy. I didn't. Well, it is definitely a learning curve, Rob. Impulse responses are, I would say, a good 60 to 70% of your sound. You can change those out and make massive differences. And it comes down to, I mean, if you're more familiar with amplifiers, it comes down to microphone combinations and where you put them on the speakers. It's that sort of deal. It's that detailed. So you can really, really affect the way things sound with impulse responses. It's also can be a rabbit hole that you go down that can become a whole nightmare, and you spend endless amounts of times. I've been at that point too. Once you finally find something that works, you stick with it. I'll never forget at that church that was in the video there, and they were having something that they called Old Timers Day. I don't know. I don't understand this tradition, but it was a thing back then where they would dress up like people from the 1800s, supposedly. I mean, they weren't. What they did. Did you see the guy with the gun? Did it ever get to that point? There was a guy out there with a gun. They would dress up in their overalls, and all the guys would bring guns to church. I have no idea what that's all about, but that's what that was going on that day. Can you imagine that? Organizing that? Hey, I got an idea, guys. Let's have something we call Old Timers Day. Everybody will wear overalls, and everybody will bring a gun. Great idea. Then we'll sing about Jesus. So I remember that was the church that I was at when I had discovered, my mom made all my clothing, that if I took my coat, my suit coat she had for me, my blazer, took it off, turned it inside out, and put it on backwards, with the front here, they had hardwood floors, slick, shiny hardwood floors in that church. And that if I would give a really good pull while laying down on the floor, that I could slide on my stomach almost all the way to the back of the church. And I had tried it like 3 or 4 times. So I pull and get almost to the back and swim my way on back and turn around, get a really good pull, almost make it all the way to the front, and then turn around. And I was like, I think this time I've got it. I learned how to incorporate one of my feet and my hands, and was getting, 3 times the amount of push that I'd been getting. And I noticed all of a sudden, my dad, again, one of these very fiery, preachers, and the Lord said, one of those. Anyway, I noticed that had all stopped, that it was quiet. And I looked up, and there he was. And he reached down and grabbed me up and took me outside and wore my butt out, and then brought me back in and set me on the very front row. He said, "Bri can keep an eye on you." And he picked right up preaching like nothing had happened. Not the only time I got in trouble in the middle of one of my dad's sermons, but probably the most memorable time. That's what Megan called revivals. They had revivals. That was it was like a week-long or a 2-week-long deal. I remember my dad preaching at tent revivals in northern Arkansas. Weird thing. They had set up a big like circus tent-like deal and have sawdust underneath it. And there was electric lights and everything, but it was literally open air. And people would sit with their church fans, going, and chairs all in sawdust, and while they did the preaching, and they would go ridiculously long, like start at 6, 7 o'clock and go till 9, 10 o'clock. So tomorrow on the show, we're going to be talking. Oh, this is something we do every year during this week where we play heavy metal band name. Remember? Do you remember how to play? So it's our favorite end of year game because nobody's doing anything serious this week anyway. Then Wednesday, we're going to talk about the bad habit you would like to quit just in time for New Year's resolutions. And then on Friday, we've got a perfect weekend topic going into the weekend. What's something you should never say on the first date? And from tent revivals to Reddit, here are 4 uses for beer around the house besides drinking it. Number 4, it says ward off bugs. In warm weather, you can pour stale beer into buckets and place them into the corners of your backyard. Small flies and mosquitoes will be attracted to it, fall into the bucket, and die a happy death. Number 3, they say add shine to hair, dump it over your hair, let it sit for a few minutes, and then rinse it out with cold water. Smells great, too. And number 2, to restore wood. You can use flat beer on a clean cloth to restore the luster to wood furniture. And number 1, remove stains. You can pour stale beer over the stain and blot it with a clean towel. It gets out most stains. What's this unused stale beer they keep talking about? And next up, why does my house smell like a frat house? My question is, what if it's a beer stain that you're trying to get out with beer? Would that work? Be like out in the backyard. What happened to all the buckets of beer that we put around the yard? And why is the dog wearing a lampshade on its head? Schedule E. Unfortunately, I can't schedule it, Megan. I've got to do it at 9:20, but thank you for that. I wish I brought my inhaler with me. I did bring my pseudoephedrine with me, which I don't get to take for another hour. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Want to know, when do you take down your Christmas decorations? 623-1025 to text or tell us. Here's Luke Bryan on KIX 102.5. Marker stains? Beer will get out marker stains? Well, man, if we'd known that, could have used it to get out Jen's marker stain. Oh, boy. You know what I need? A cold song to play in the morning. I'm planning ahead. There's got to be. All right, let's pick one. This will be at 6:35 before you guys even come on, so we could do It's Cold Everywhere.
I was watching the Weather Channel to see what the forecasts say.
Or this one.
Temps are like decreasing and it's freezing. My breath is turning to steaming. Looking out the window as it starts to snow. You know, looking for the right time to go snowfall.
Or no, that's Summer Cold. That's not going to work. Wait. We've got other options, I know. This one. I can see you over there with your frozen nose feeling like ice as you freeze tonight. And chances are you're looking for a warm fire or someplace with the heat turned up high. Or we could do this one. How? Warm me up, dig. Ha! It's a cold wave, coast to coast. I can get warm anywhere. I got 3 layers of clothing under my coat. I can't deal with all this frost. My ears just fell off. I see icicles forming on my breath. What do you think? Which one? No, it's not going out over the air right now. So do you have to play catch up today? Catch up on what? For what, Woody? Do I have to play catch up? Catch up for what? You like the hypothermia one? Okay. We'll do that. We will do that at 6:35 tomorrow. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:34. It is going to be sunny today and cold. Highs only around 32. 16 in Joplin right now. And we've got the Morning KIX takeover getting ready to start in just 15 minutes. But we've been wanting to know, when do you and your family take down your Christmas decorations? Now that the holiday is over, when do you traditionally take them down? Do you have a day designated as the day you take down your Christmas decorations? And if so, why? 623-1025 to text or tell us on Facebook. When do you take down your Christmas decorations?
Well, I don't have a certain date that I put them up, but we don't take them down until January 6th, which is the 12th day of Christmas.
Right.
And the Epiphany.
Okay, now I can agree with that. There's a tradition behind that, so I can understand that. But anything past that is just wrong.
Unless the 6th falls on like a Monday.
Right.
Because then they're not coming down to the following weekend.
So much for the religious epiphany. When do you take down your Christmas decorations?
Christmas Day.
Christmas.
After everyone's gone.
Not leaving them up a minute longer.
Not a minute longer.
Once the presents are open and everything, what's the point, right?
That's right.
That's what I say. They ought to be down after the holiday is over. It ought to be over. When do you take down your Christmas decorations?
New Year's Day, while all the guys are watching the football game.
Oh, New Year's Day, I don't even want to think about that. Man, the headache.
That's their problem. The lady never has the hangover like the guys do.
What she's saying is, if you have a hangover on New Year's Day, you're not a lady. What is the date that you take down your Christmas decorations? 623-1025 to text or tell us, or you can tell us on Facebook. It's the 4 states #1 for country, KIX 102.5. He never did tell me playing catch up. Catch up with what? Your nonsense, Bologna. Bologna is just a hot dog with loose morals. It's just a hot dog spread out. That's all it is. So do I. I really do. I think, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap it up a little bit early, about 10 minutes early today. But tell you again, tomorrow we're going to play your heavy metal band name. And if you don't know how we play this, where have you been all these years? You take the color of your underwear and the last thing you ate, and you put them together, and that is your heavy metal band name right there. I'm trying to think what mine would be right now. What's the last thing I ate? Gray popcorn? It doesn't sound right. There's got to be better than that. I had to have eaten. Oh, gray bonbon. That'll work. So we'll make them work. Anyway, we're going to play that tomorrow because nobody feels like doing anything serious anyway. And the secret sound will be at $477.50. We'll have your chance to guess and win that at 7:20. And we'll celebrate the lamest work week of all. So have a great day. Stay warm. Bye. I'm trying to find the button. There it is.